One. And we are live. Barstool Units episode 26. I checked this time. 26. I'm Coach Doug's. With me, as always, the venerable Frank the Tank Fleming. Frank, how you doing?
All right. I had my god brother up as people try to figure out what the fuck a god brother is.
I would assume it's the child of your godparents.
Actually, my parents are his godfather.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the child of the godchild of your parents.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Were people confused as to what that was?
Yeah. Dave and Big Cat were talking about it.
Oh, really?
Yep. But I had him up. He just left today. Of course, his plane got delayed. Now he's stuck at the motel for a morning flight because thunderstorms rolled just as he was getting ready to take off tonight.
Oh, so it's pretty bad up there where you are?
Oh, yeah. We had the Mets got rained out, playing another doubleheader. I think the Mets might end up breaking a record, at least in modern baseball.
Yeah.
For doubleheaders in a season. I mean, one time everyone played doubleheaders, and they weren't 7-inning doubleheaders. They were 9-inning doubleheaders.
Yeah.
They used to schedule doubleheaders,
Yeah.
Believe it or not. They used to actually schedule doubleheaders. Teams would actually play doubleheaders at least two or three times a month in the 50s and 60s. And then in the 80s, you'd still have like about 3 or 4 scheduled doubleheaders during the season. And the Mets always had this thing called Banner Day.
Mm-hmm.
And that would always be a scheduled doubleheader. And the fans would come on the field with homemade signs and parade around the field between games, and they'd give prizes to whoever finished first, second, or third.
Okay, but now,
no, there haven't been. They stopped doing that in the '90s, the scheduled doubleheaders, and now everyone bitches and moans over doubleheaders, and yet there's no off days in the season, and something's got to give. I mean. The owners don't want doubleheaders because it takes gate away, and of course now they play these 7-inning doubleheaders, and they're doing split doubleheaders. And if you do a split doubleheader, you have to play 9 innings. You shouldn't have to charge someone 2 admissions to watch 2 7-inning games like I did on Sunday with the Yankees and the Mets.
So it was kind of like that at Omaha, where everybody come in for the afternoon game and then they'd kick everybody out. Did they do that for the doubleheaders?
Yes. And let me tell you, there wasn't enough time between games.
Yeah.
It was a clusterfuck.
Is that why everyone was standing outside the game, even like while first pitch was going on? It was everybody trying to get back into the stadium?
Yes. The concession lines were lined. Yankee Stadium's a total clusterfuck.
And you're not just saying that as a Mets fan.
No. It's a clusterfuck.
Yeah. How was that? I saw some videos of you. I think that was at Yankee Stadium. You seemed to get a pretty good reception there, even at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. It was crazy on Friday night, which got rained out. When they opened the gate and the turf was on the field, it kept raining and raining and raining and raining. They were hoping to play, and then eventually the game got rained out. And everyone had to come back for Sunday for the first game of a split doubleheader, with the second game being at 7. The first game began at 2. The second game was at 7, and that's not enough time. And the Mets are going to do that tomorrow. That's not enough time between games.
Yeah, but they're going to do it because that's a lot of ticket revenue they're going to lose.
I mean, if you do the split doubleheader, then you should do it like one start at noon and one start at 7.
Yeah. Give yourself enough time.
Give yourself time. I mean, it's not enough time to clear out and clean out the stadium for game 1, for game 2.
Yeah, I'm sure the people working there don't appreciate it either.
No,
I can't imagine. I'm not sure. I don't imagine they're getting paid double time for.
And then the concessions lines are terrible at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. How were their hot dogs?
You'll find out.
Boom, teaser, clip it. I love it. All right, good deal. So, well, you've had a pretty busy week. I mean, I'm kind of just still resting up. I was able to hit the beach for for July 4th. But other than that, I've kind of just been hanging out at the house. I tell you what, I don't really feel jet lag that often, but after driving pretty much, I don't know, 48 or so hours out of like 16 days, being on the road, driving for a few hours, watching a baseball game, it's obviously, I'm not complaining. I had a wonderful time, but when you're driving so much, I could never be a truck driver. I was only driving like 4 or 5 hours a day, and I'm kind of just ready to stay home for a while.
Well, my godbrother did the driving for me because you know how I freeze up on the highways.
Yeah.
But the Jersey Shore is only about 90 minutes or 2 hours away to get to Seaside Heights.
And is that where everybody goes out to like the boardwalk and the ocean and everything?
Yes.
And how was that? I saw you won some prizes at the fair.
Yeah, I won a couple of those prizes. The carnies are out there, always hustling.
Of course.
Always hustling.
And what now? No spoilers, but can you say what you won? I saw you won the dart balloon contest.
Yeah, I got a couple of trinkets here and there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll put those kind of games into the Stuhlstrom studio so that you can win in the Stuhlstrom studio.
Well, they had this break a plate game. I won that one.
Okay. That's what we'll set up. We'll set up some carnival games in the Stuhlstrom studio. We'll make sure Jake's not there, and and we'll just play some. We'll have like a carnival day. Like, did you ever have that at school? Did they ever like carnival day or fair day?
Yeah.
We'll do that at Barstool. We'll just have like a carnival day in the Stuhlstrom studios for you.
But we should definitely start looking to get down to the Jersey Shore. I sat on the beach for 2 hours on Monday, which was good.
It's nice, right? It's nice, like, to be out in the sun and everything.
Yep. But the Jersey Shore is nice.
Yeah.
Seaside Heights is basically like the Seaside Heights, and then you got Wildwood, which is near Cape May. But Seaside Heights is like the major one that everyone knows.
Everybody goes to. Is that near Secaucus?
No.
Okay, so Secaucus is a long way away.
90 minutes to 2 hours.
Yeah.
By car. Straight down the Garden State Parkway.
I guess that's not too bad. I mean, if you're staying the whole day, I mean, I've traveled. My family's done 2.5 hours to Tallahassee, and back. So 5 hours of driving, in one day for a football game.
It's 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Yeah. So that's not too bad. I mean, if you're going for a full day, you get up in the morning and you go and everything. Well, I saw you were wearing that the Michael Jordan Dream Team jersey.
Yes.
Where are you getting no free ads? But where are you getting these jerseys?
Fanatics.
Okay, Fanatics, and they had it our size, unit size.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Jordan one's a little tight, but that's about it. But it seems to work.
Yeah. Well, we're working on that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was well, now, so yeah, I'm sure you got plenty of steps out on the boardwalk this weekend.
Yes, I did. Making sure I get those steps every day.
Nice, absolutely. Well, that's so I saw you were doing the along with the carnival games. Saw you do the an outdoor hunting. I have to ask: are there any plans for the future tank outdoors?
Well, that wasn't outdoor hunting. That was actually a video game.
No, I know. I'm saying you're obviously practicing. Getting ready for it.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. Might go after some elk or something like that.
I think a lot of people would be interested in seeing. I'll call it Tank Outdoors. Barstool Outdoors meets Frank the Tank. We'll get you out.
I'll tell you one good thing about Seaside Heights. There is a mini golf place. Mm-hmm. That's not too dissimilar to the one we found in Madeira Bay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's called Smuggler's Cove.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, well, it's another Smuggler's Cove type. And you walk through it, and it's got two holes. It's got the Buccaneer course and the Privateer course.
Okay.
It's basically the same, except it's a little different. Mm-hmm. And it's got, as you're walking along, you got, history of pirates in New Jersey.
Oh, really? That's cool.
At each hole, we'll tell you a little history about each about pirates in New Jersey.
Nice. And I think I saw you were doing that because I guess, well, just like, I mean, that was one of the good things about Smuggler's Cove down in the Tampa area was that it was elevated. It increased elevation gradually. So it wasn't that difficult. You didn't just all of a sudden walk up on like a 20-foot, staircase. But I saw you was like three stories or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's also another mini golf place on the boardwalk itself. That's a rooftop mini golf place.
Okay.
That one was not too good.
All right. Well, we'll pass on that one then.
I mean, every hole is extremely difficult and weird.
All right. Well, now I'm interested in it.
Well, I guess
how was it weird?
You should play it weird. They're all like the difficult angle shots.
Gotcha.
Where you gotta do like a ricochet.
Yeah. Like a Happy Gilmore.
Every single one.
All right. Well, I'm interested in that. I mean, I'm always up for a challenge and everything.
And at Smuggler's Cove also has go-karts, water slides, and a wave pool.
Nice. I mean, that sounds like a pretty big place.
It is.
We'll have to check that out.
And of course, the Barstool versus America, their beach house is not too far from all this. It's actually down in Seaside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I imagine I know the four that have the house, but I imagine there's going to be a lot of Barstool people going there for especially on weekends and whatnot.
Yeah.
Especially New York. I've heard everyone leaves New York on the weekends because it's just too hot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to a Met game this week against the Pirates.
Oh, okay. Well, that should be a good, easy win, right?
I would hope so. The Mets.
Yeah, well, the Pirates.
Well, the Pirates just won 2 games against the friggin' Braves, so don't take them for fucking granted.
Yeah, I heard about that. Well, what about the Cubs?
Woof. They're about
9 straight.
Unless they make a miracle comeback tonight, it will be 11 straight.
That's rough.
I mean, they've just completely imploded and fallen apart.
Yeah, I saw Big Cat's reply to you. It's everything you say about the Mets, but it's true.
Well, I mean, they have been awful lately. Yeah.
Well, have you been to what else is going on? Have you been to any? I know last time we talked, you went to a card show. Are there any other card shows being coming up?
The 18th.
The 18th.
Yep.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I've been thinking about it some more. I want to do, even though I'm home now. I said I'm tired of traveling. There's so many minor league baseball stadiums I haven't hit. I mean, I only went to, I want to say 7. I think I went to 7 games. The last one got rained out. But I'm just, no matter where I was an hour, 2 hours away from another minor league baseball game. So I'd love to hit up some more. I need to hit up some in like the Mobile, Alabama. I need to go to Montgomery Biscuits, the Mobile Trash Pandas. But then there's a lot on the East Coast. And so I was thinking about maybe at the end of this month, driving up the East Coast and picking you up. We'll go to like a Rumble Ponies game if there's one available. And then we can drive to Chicago for the card show.
Oh, that sounds terrific.
That'd be a cool little road trip. So nothing official, but but it sounds like you're on board if we do that.
Yes.
Cool. Perfect. All right. Well, that's how you get things done.
I mean, I got to bring up my state total. I mean, never been to Ohio. I mean, I saw that you were at the Football Hall of Fame. I got to see that one day.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we have a lot of friends there. I had quite a few people just,
Have you ever been to Cooperstown?
I've never been to Cooperstown.
I mean, that's something you got to see.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even, I mean, again, just being from Jacksonville, Florida, and not to put down our geography education down here, but it's just something I knew where the states were, but I never really paid attention to like major cities or anything. And when I was going to Akron, people said, "Oh, well, if you're going to Akron, Canton's only like an hour south."
And if you're going to the Binghamton, I think Cooperstown's like only about an hour or 2 away.
Yeah, that was what surprised me. There's so many cities that are just an hour or 2 away from. I mean, if you're in Canton, you're only a couple hours from Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh, or is it Philly? whichever one is
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And so like, if you're there, I mean, you're surrounded by like at least 5 or 6 NFL teams, like major NFL teams right there. So I went back to Des Moines. I'm a big Des Moines guy. Doug's loves Des Moines, Iowa. Were you born in Montana or Iowa?
I was born in Montana.
You were born in Montana.
Yes.
And are your parents in Iowa or Idaho?
Idaho.
Okay. So Iowa, I'm a big Des Moines guy. I went to Des Moines before Omaha for the Barnstormers game, indoor football. Everyone was super nice, had a great time. Came back after I left Omaha for Iowa Cubs game. Beautiful stadium, the dome, like they have the Golden Dome, the Capitol building of in Des Moines is like the backdrop of the Iowa Cubs games. Everyone was super nice. But I went to Des Moines and then Cedar Rapids and then Beloit, Wisconsin, and then Kalamazoo, Michigan, and Toledo and Akron. I mean, I think I might have even missed a place there, but
the one place that might be interesting is the Lansing Lugnuts.
Yeah, the Lugnuts were playing the Colonels when I went to Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, they have like a let's go nuts, let's get nuts, let's go Lugnuts.
I'd say I'm a huge minor league sport fan. I love minor league sports.
Yeah, they have like a kind of a catchy theme song.
Yeah, that was
Lansing Lugnuts.
Yeah, the Suns used to have. It was a jingle that played. I remember. I mean, it played my whole childhood. It was baseball's never been hotter than the Jacksonville Suns, and then you just there's fireworks going off and everything. But yeah, that's minor league sports. It's everyone's just going to have a good time.
And now it's everything's shrinking and getting dunked. It's the Jacksonville Shrimp.
Yeah, that might actually be better than the one they have right now. I think it's like we're the Shrimp and like we're here to play a game, and then like you hear like a whip sound or something like that. I'm not sure, but I would love to remake. I'd love to remake the current jingle. But no, I love minor league sports because everyone's going there for a good time, and they obviously want to see the team win and everything, and it's cool when the team does, but you never leave the stadium mad if they lost. Like I've left too many Jaguar games upset, and so I can't.
Well, I know that feeling from leaving Mets games.
Yeah, and so I can't. I can do that with the Jaguars, but I don't have enough energy left over to do it for any other team. So that's where minor league games come in. You know, you're there to have fun. If they win, awesome. If they don't, like, I don't think I've ever left a Shrimp game thinking, oh man, the final score was this or that. I just went for $1 beer, $1 hot dog, and a hangout with friends. And that's where it is, you know, every stadium that I went to, even like Beloit, Wisconsin, they're building a new stadium, but their stadium looked like, you know, it's kind of like the back of a, you know, elementary school or something. It wasn't really impressive, but everyone's just there to have fun on a Sunday afternoon.
Big Cat and Dave Better's thank me right now. I went with a parlay today.
Mm-hmm.
I went with a Suns win and a under parlay. And looks like and over starting to look really good right now.
Okay, good deal. So that's you're almost kind of mincing yourself.
Yeah. I've lost about 8 straight bets recently.
Yeah. Now, are the Suns are looking like they're going to win though, right?
Well, it's game 1 today.
No, I'm saying in game 1.
Yep, they're up 14 with 3.5 to go.
Yeah. I mean, anything could happen, but yeah, I mean the Suns are looking good. I mean, this has got to be for NHL and NBA. So it's Milwaukee versus Phoenix, 2 teams that I think the droughts are right around 50 years.
Well, the Suns have never won an NBA championship.
Okay, well, so I guess the last time they went to a final was like 51 years ago or something like that.
No, 1993.
Okay, I'm not sure what I was looking at earlier. Something earlier said
the Bucks haven't been to an NBA final since 1974.
Okay. I thought the Phoenix one was older. I'm not sure what. Okay, must have been looking at something else. But
the Bucks won in 1971, won the whole title, and then lost in Game 7 to the Celtics in 74. The Suns have been to 2 NBA finals, losing 76 to the Celtics and losing in 93 to the Bulls.
Gotcha. And okay. That makes sense. And then, so the NBA is dealing with that, and the NHL is dealing with Tampa, trying to repeat. But Tampa and Montreal, these are not major markets.
No, and NBC is not even promoting the Stanley Cup Final because this is their last year of covering hockey, and they've basically mailed it into whole fucking playoffs.
Yeah, I heard they didn't even put in like a bid or anything to the NHL. Or if it was just, strictly protocol, like it wasn't anything.
Well, here's basically what's happening. NBC Sports Network was the reason why they got the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get rid of NBC Sports Network and put all their sports, the Premier League stuff, on Peacock. And the NHL did not want to be on Peacock.
Yeah. Well, I can understand why.
In fact, NBC told them, was about to tell the NHL that we're going to show every game we can on Peacock. Oh, and we're going to the streaming services. It's the future.
Yeah. Streaming services really have become cable channels.
And NBC is thinking about dropping all entertainment program to make NBC exclusive news and government channel.
You mean NBC would be exclusively news and government, and then all the entertainment would be on Peacock?
Yeah.
Is this a Frank stat?
No, they're thinking about becoming like more news oriented.
Yeah. Well, I talk to a lot of people, and that's the number one thing that they want. That's that's what people want nowadays. They want news. They don't. Entertainment is so overrated. Exciting.
I mean, why would you drop NBC Sports Network?
I mean, it's got to be a money reason, right? I mean, or it's just a terrible future.
I think they're making a huge mistake. The streaming services are nice, but I don't think you're gonna have a lot of people flocking to see live sports on streaming networks.
No. Well, and I mean, you look at what ESPN Plus and like the UFC have dealt with issues with streaming.
Oh, well, look at the ESPN dealing with the hot dog eating contest going awry.
Yeah, what happened was, so I was out at the beach. I was enjoying myself, so I was not watching that. Did the stream just go out?
Yep.
And it was Joe, and it was a world record, wasn't it?
I think it was
like 76 hot dogs in like 10 minutes or something like that.
Yep,
that's wild. It's we're big guys, but I mean that is something that you physically.
Well, I would choke. I have a choking reflex.
Well, so you were on lowering the bar, right? With they do a hot dog eating contest on lowering the bar.
Yep. And I finished back in the pack, and I said that I can't really eat things fast. If I start eating things fast, it will get stuck in my throat and I choke.
Like the Mets.
Yeah, you'd have that. Yeah, you had to go the Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, obviously, I would hope for your safety. At the same time, for content purposes, I think Jeff trying to give you the Heimlich would be a great clip. Little Jeff Yeah, so for content purposes, I think that'd be great. Obviously, hope you're doing well. But yeah, well, that's the thing is like, we're big guys, but I mean, you see like Joey Chestnut and before him Kobayashi. I mean, those guys. I don't know how their body processes it. But yeah, that's not something I could do.
No, I just can't do it. I think the big guys actually have a disadvantage.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, it's like, Ev didn't. I saw Ev on lowering the bar. I think he finished his in like 4 minutes or something like that. Big guys are just not, we're not the power.
Yeah. I think someone went under 30 seconds and I took a minute and 15.
Yeah. Well, that was, Billy Football did it in like 15 seconds. He did one in like 19 seconds and he told Jeff, I can do better than that. And he did it again. So it wasn't even his first, it was his second. But yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'm excited to be up there soon. For
I mean, you might as well start looking for a place if you're going to come back up here. This pre-approval process has turned into a fucking nightmare. Everything's a fucking nightmare trying to fucking find a house.
Yeah.
Dealing with everything. Now that my parents want to get involved, trying to get them to figure out how to operate the computer is a fucking nightmare. Everything's a fucking nightmare.
No, absolutely.
Nothing has come easy. Nothing at all has come easy.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. And so I'm looking for a place, at least, short term.
I mean, I hate the fucking place I live in, and I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
It gets fucking smaller all the time. I have my godbrother staying here. I mean, of course I was wanted. Spent 99% of the time he was here outside the house because I can't stand being in the house with no room.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Well, I'm looking for a place. Actually, it was amazing. I met quite a few people on Jack's Beach for the 4th who were from like the New Jersey, New York area. I guess it's not that surprising. A lot of people from Jersey and New York moved to North Florida. A lot of young professionals. But yeah, so I'll be looking for a place up there. Hopefully, I'll be up there full time, like living full time in the next month or two. It seems like, everybody's gone for this week out of the office, and it seems like there's
office is closed.
Yeah.
Although they did a surprise stream with Dave, Big Cat, and Jeff.
Yeah.
But basically the office is closed.
Yeah. And so, so I'll be looking for a place. Hopefully I'm up there within the next month or two, even if it's a short-term rental or something like that. But yeah, I'll look into it. I'll try and do some scheduling and see, what baseball games are home, and I'll hit up some minor league games along the way up the East Coast, and hopefully we can get up a Rumble Ponies game, and then we'll head to Chicago. We'll go to the card show. I
mean, it just we got to do it. Just staying around just sucks, it really does.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Just staying around?
Just being home, it really sucks.
Yeah. No, hey, listen, I was on the road for like 16 days. So I'm
ready for that lifestyle.
It was a lot of driving. It kind of got to me at the end, especially like that. The Smokies game got rained out on Thursday, and I was going to find a hotel and then drive 8 hours the next day. But I was like, all right, well, I'll just drive through the night. As I made a couple stops here and there for like half hour or whatever, but I got home probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's no fun. But everyone was just, when you're traveling like that and you're hitting up small towns that, people are just surprised. If you and I are going to a Rumble Ponies game or some other small town game like Kalamazoo, Michigan, the Growlers, there was an awesome game, Collegiate Summer League. If we just show up to a game, we'll have fun.
Someone from the Cape Cod League sent me a hat today.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I got everywhere except for Cedar Rapids. So everywhere I went, starting from Iowa, the Growl, everywhere I went, they gave me a hat, and I got a ball at most of the places. I asked the Cedar Rapids Colonels, the second stop I went to, I said, hey, I'm trying to collect hats along the way. And they politely said, yeah, you can definitely get a hat. Our gift shop is open. I said, that's fair.
Wah, wah.
I said, that's fair.
That's just like me about to lose this fucking parlay.
Hey, listen, I'm sure that Dave and Big Cat will be happy with you. So I got a hat. Maybe the next time I go to a Colonels game, I'll be able to get a hat. But I'm basically all the minor league teams, they have all cool logos and everything. So, but I was able to get a hat from all the other ones besides the Colonels. You only wear one hat at a time, but they're all cool logos and everything. I'm excited to hit up a bunch of more minor league teams, from Nashville Sounds, the Lugnuts, like I said, the Montgomery Biscuits. And then I obviously have to go up the East Coast, hit up the Charleston River Dogs and the Rumble Ponies and whoever else I can hit up. But so we'll get that set. We'll get that situated. It looks like I'll be hitting the road soon again, going up East Coast for some minor league baseball games, and then hopefully you'll see Frank and I in Chicago for the National shop, or excuse me, National Card Convention.
And there is a team that's not too far from Seaside.
Yeah,
Lakewood.
Okay. Yeah, and maybe we'll have to go to a Jackals game if the Jackals are playing.
Well, I'm going to try to get to a Jackals game next week. I tried to go to a Jackals game last week, and it got rained out.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I didn't even know. Apparently, there's a hurricane coming up to Florida within like
Tampa.
Yeah, I didn't even. Wasn't even paying attention. Somebody asked me tonight. They're like, "Oh yeah, that hurricane." I'm like, "Well, I don't. What hurricane? That's Florida, you know." All right.
Well, Florida. I looked at Florida. I see how they survive those hurricanes. Those palm trees were pretty flexible.
Yeah.
Don't have a lot of oak trees going. Yeah. You have all the wind. You have the storm shutters, and just have a hurricane party. That's
exactly how it is. We get water, we get toilet paper, and we get a lot of alcohol, and we just hang out and play board games and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. But that's pretty much Florida, even not during hurricane season.
I mean, get Monopoly out. I haven't played Monopoly in like 20 years.
Monopoly is like pancakes. You're like, oh yeah, let's get pancakes, and then like after 30 minutes, you're like, why are we doing this? That seems like it's going to be. It seems like we just determined that'll be my next 2 weeks is driving up the East Coast, hitting up minor league games, and I'm going to start. I was busy driving during the day and then hitting up the baseball game at night. I'll try and space it out so I can blog about it and maybe actually get up on the blog about these events and where I'm going. But what do you have planned for the next week, Frank?
More the same.
Gotcha. Hey, that's
my godbrother just left today, so I'm actually going to a Red Bull game on Thursday.
Oh, really?
Yep, first time I'll ever see a soccer game live.
Nice. Who are they playing?
Philadelphia Union.
Nice. That'd be cool.
And of course, sorry, troops. Forza Azzurri.
I'm sure he will understand that reference. I'm not. Was that a guy who is now playing for the Red Bull?
No, that's the Euro.
The Euro. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
And well, England hasn't punched their ticket yet. They got to play Denmark, I believe, tomorrow.
And then they play.
Yeah, that's Forza Azzurri. That the Azzurri is what they call the Italian national team because they were blue.
Gotcha. Which she had a hot take. The blue is not on their national flag, but that is the color of their jersey.
Don't ask me why, but it's always been Forza Azzurri.
Yeah, hey, that's fair.
And when you get back up here, we got to play a game of bocce too.
I'm all for bocce. I've heard Eddie in Chicago has a little bocce crew, a bunch of older gentlemen that he plays with.
Yeah, I have a bocce set, so we can play that anytime.
Yeah. I think we talked about that before. But it's have like a unit games. It's like
I think we really need to do the unit games.
Yeah. Hey, we'll set it up. We'll get it done, especially once I'm up there in a month or two. Well, it seems like we've got a couple busy weeks ahead of ourselves. But Frank, that's Barstool Units. Frank, take us out.
Spider tack. Garrett Cole's not shit without spider tack. Took it away, now he sucks. The Yankees are out of luck. Look out, he's got no spider tack. Checked his hand, he can't have it. Now he's given up many ones. The Yankees are truly done, thanks to no more spider tack. Look out, Garrett Cole needs some spider tack. Click like and subscribe. This has been Barstool Units, episode number 26, if you're counting at home.